BOST FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Okay. Is there who say more transport system one kasankasa no a juma all right. Okay. Still the story after 2017.
Good. Ya repair your badges no. Ya installing store ya systems and pumps na juma say ya repair ya tutor system loading arms nyoma ede ya de bu wenugu weni mu tankers ni mu. All this repair work could not have been achieved without the BOST margin, because the BOST margin is earmarked for repair. In 2019, Mekosungu, the then minister, Honorable John Peter Meuso, Mekosungu made a case. And on this one, I want to say a big thank you to the civil society organizations. I went to make a good case to the civil society organizations that we cannot leave this asset to rot. The only way we could solve this thing was to, BOST margin had lost almost 90% of the value. So how do you repair these assets? God being so good, they understood and worked with me, and they held me accountable. They made me make promises to them that when they support the increment of the BOST margin, I need to account periodically to them how I was using the money. God being so good, Honorable John Peter Meo also realized the importance of this, and through NPA in 2020, early part of 2020, we requested for 12 pesos, and Omoma is 6 pesos
per liter. Okay.
Now, the reason why we requested for 12 pesos per liter was because in 2011, when the BOST margin was 3 pesos, it was equivalent to 2 cents. So all we wanted was the 2 cents equivalent in cedis, which was 12 pesos in 2019. But almost the my 6 pesos. It will be answer. And then we put these monies to work, and we started bringing the infrastructure back on track, gradually. As I speak to you, our revenue earning assets has increased to 95%.
95.
From 18% to 95%. We have repaired. They say thanks na katre pa ebe repair. All the new money in a repair. Now, the challenge we have is that today is that time and BOST enye juma ye no, we incentivized the private sector to also start building their own facility. So what you say? Time and BOST enye juma ye no. So some private sector people have built tank farms, and they've all built it in Accra. Nobody has gone to Bolga, Buipe, Sabelugu, Mami Water, Akosombo, Kumasi. Nobody has gone there. They've all built in Accra because private money looks for the greatest profit. And some of them advocate that yenyi BOST margin.
Okay.
So I normally Ghana Telecom. Okay. They start Ghana Telecom of resources, and eventually Ghana Telecom was in comatose. No more Ghana Telecom that time. And there was no other option. The best decision was to feed it to the private sector. And now I know what I say. Omo buy the so moko. Omo so moko. Omo buy ya profit baby ana. So my argument on the BOST margin and my argument is that the BOST margin is still needed. And I'm happy the Minister of Energy has said it clearly, because he knows and understands what petroleum security is to the national, the sanctity of the nation. So when BOST becomes efficient, very, very efficient, and we maintain our infrastructure very well, the added benefit we get is to start expanding that infrastructure for the people of Ghana. What you say? Because in the upper east Hono, they don't have any tank farm there. We need to expand infrastructure there. We need to build pipelines across the length and breadth of the country. We need to expand the petroleum infrastructure penetration in this country. But in the short to medium time, we need the BOST margin to ensure we work. Now, I've also heard people say, oh, we need BOST margin if you are, or mobile losses. As I said, the Ngofo said, head office, $78 million. No, it's a very simplistic thing to say. The BOST margin comes at a cost. Let me explain that. So BOST margin no baby ye ejuma bi.
Okay.
Enti se wo yi BOST margin if you are, yi sa ejuma no so fi ho. So what you say?
Okay.
Untumi nka se wo be yi BOST margin nkwa. Na ejuma dey we expect so yenye ejuma no. Enti so yi BOST margin na, and yenye sa ejuma no fi ho. Oh na obe hu say whether we are working efficiently or profitably or not. So what you say? Also on their some can say, oh, share or more staff be brain now, they are inefficient. But the evidence no lie. And then can chairman say in 2016, BOST total revenue almost 3 billion cedis. Very proud. I mean, I'm very proud that at a certain point in time, in 2016, BOST was able to make 3 billion Ghana cedis. But guess what?
In assets?
No, in revenue.
Okay.
3 billion Ghana cedis, the highest ever. We are on our way there now.
Okay.
But guess what? Administrative expenses in that year was equivalent to 538 million Ghana cedis. 538 million on administrative expenses. Fast forward to 2021, administrative expenses are 228 million Ghana cedis. What be that? We say normally, over time, inflation and will cost zero. But in 2016, when BOST had the highest revenue, we made our highest administrative cost of 538 million Ghana cedis. In 2021, and I say drew a 1 billion. 2021, me can say our administrative cost has more than halved.
Say a simple equation. Just say the higher the profit, the higher the administrative expenses.
It's efficient management. It's efficiency. It's prudence.
Mentiase chichirum.
Time yes, 3 billion no.
3 billion Ghana cedis.
3 billion Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Net profit or loss for loss of 458 million Ghana cedis in 2016. Highest revenue no. Loss of 458 million Ghana cedis.
How?
I mean, loss. What do you say? Expenses no, that doesn't. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, or 6 years later, 2021, I say cost no. The cost is at 228 million cedis, less than half what we spent in 2016. Okay. So Omonka say BOST is not efficient. Inside TABB, so 2016, enough staff here 347. What you say? And now I know can say staff here 496, but cost here less than half. And your efficiency are again. And that is how state institutions need to run.
Okay. Now, ansana yababa other issues. So one issue among for a reason. Last week, for instance, most of the papers, the story, Energy Minister, Dr. Napo, bomb abaso say mo make it profit. Na profit na mo ye no anyone mo ya there or bomb abaso ni there. But people have also questioned that profit. Minimum also what to be. How do you react to that?
Oh, sir, and yeah, okay, sir, last year, 2020, near your boss margin, yeah, lost, no, don't say the Anglophone Eddie, a bobby team. Send your boss margin, and yeah, lost, and then the and we deserve it because we are made to make losses when we collect boss margin. So that's here. 2021, your Sanjay boss margin, the year profit in the year. I feel yeah, Monsam. Then you boss margin in fear. It's double standards and intellectual dishonesty. In 2011, 2012, boss margin contribution to boss total revenue was about 50%.
Okay.
And they made some profit. What you say? 2011-2012, boss margin contribution to the total revenue was 50%. And no more a small profit be. That was okay. What you say? 2021, boss margin to total revenue percentage, 34%. Not even up to 51%. And we've made a profit. And it's an issue. It's double standards. I mean, it's double standards and mischief.
Okay. Mema prof ne nana foriso abam kakra nche bia, but before that no. Office complex of 35 million USD. Then after the model be 78 million USD. Matesa asem no. Enche money say.
That's them idea. Na only me.
That be just all catch them.
On say me start here and me say 2015 no. Out of 39 million ye tia CKB 8 million.
Okay.
Dollars. So okay. Good. And ye tia. Now 2017 I my predecessor buy and I know decided say Charlie ebia nyoma nko ye bi enti yenye value for money audit.
Okay.
Enko hwehwem. Ene enko hwehwem enti Yoko ho a sign called Attorney General ho, and then they wrote their opinions after the investigation based on the evidence that was available to them.
Okay.
So what you say?
Okay.
Based on the evidence available to them, no, they all concluded that the sanctity of the contract was above board. What you say? What was hidden from them was a document which would have shown that the sanctity was not above board.
Okay.
Those documents were not made available to Yoko and the Attorney General. And those documents have been found. Enti, yeah, value for money audit ni no. It came to light, say, because of time value of money, no. A buono if 39 million. I call 49.6 million.
Okay.
Obviously, say, to idea what me hold my loan the ejuma ma na me year. Now say and suspend there. Say me loan still. So time value of money made the total cost 49.6 million.
Okay.
But nana, o she nyoma ye beto ye e ka pa na da boss so. Upe bibia head office the be priority. Enya priority. Enti ye wie bibia me call board no. Na me board no bi say me say yes sika dia I repair with tank farms in your money o sika. Enti sa twin tower no. Instead of buying two, no, because of cash flow constraints and liquidity constraints, no, yento one pay. Because now yeah, oil near town, we are not in the real estate business. Because the initial plan is say, you bekwa kotina bakum, na the bakuno a high.
BOST,
a
high down.
Yeah, high down. Yeah, they rent it. Yeah, they empty. Your board no made one of the best decisions because if you go and borrow this $49.6 million at almost 12-13%, that's a hundred true in terms of cash flow. So we decided to go for one. And when we took the decision, we informed the contractor. When an election by, I saw Kai say after election, a check a crown and sana new board was put in place, etc. And during that time, no board ne buy na contractor no show a letter be, and we realized say Oba be ready a court, and we knew that if you a court now, like all the other judgment days we've been getting, we'll get a judgment date. So we approached him quickly, said apologized, and said let's bring the discussion back on track. We want to buy only one block. He wasn't happy, but he agreed. Now, not only that, you just don't go ahead with the one block. You have to go back to PPA. And while some Kaya last year, 2020 report no buy, you know, you see BOST irregularities, 400 million managing director na could disika. And I mean, you say scan come half.
Sir,
I said, who be that? 400 million cedis. Now, okay, report now. You see, 98% of the value is from the head office. $39 million procurement irregularities.
Yeah.
That meant that we could not even go ahead with this discussion. We either had to cure the procurement irregularity, or if I continue in that vein now, so we started the investigations and started ongoing. Mekai PP Efreme Omuchi menim papa with respect to the head office. Meanwhile, na nyamia na mini ho 2015 na mini ho. But as responsible as we are, no, we accept both the assets and the liabilities. So I took it. And I apologized, it won't happen again. And then we wrote to PPA for ratification of the old contract. God being so good, no. So that document now me can say it had been hidden from everybody, no. One of my staff say, boss, mpacho mo bibi am the betrayal. Me say dien. And all the document be betray me. So basically, you know, in 2015, December 2015, when BOST wrote to PPA for single source, PPA directed BOST to do a restricted tendering and even gave them 4 or 5 companies to use to do the restricted tendering. The management of BOST then blatantly disregarded that directive from PPA and went ahead to sign the contract, etc. That document had been hidden for almost 4 years. So we saw that document and we knew that, okay, so if Yoko and Attorney General had seen that document, there was no way they would have advised that we go ahead with a contract. So we went back to PPA to ratify. And to call back to PPA to correct the say this breach na abano.
Okay.
And you call no and omo grantee on the 26th of May this year. We had applied in 2021. They granted it 26th of May this year. Now, and no office and parliamentary subcommittee of mines and energy. They requested for information on all the surrounding the BOST, the head office. So we gave them everything we knew then about the head office. Little did we know that some of them would use it for a press conference, etc. And Omuhu sa ratification letter no. PPA are approving no. They made an assumption say top one head office at $39 million. What you say? Because we are written to PPA to ratify the $39 million contract. And I'm sure they had also seen the board resolution saying that we should buy one block. So maybe in their minds, maybe, I don't know, in their minds, they have evidence that we are buying one block for 39, so 2 blocks will be $78 million. If they had called us and asked us, we would have explained it to them that that was not the case. You much wrong. But and call out, hey, you all know. Then 7 days later, PPA gave us. We had also written to them to vary the old contract from a twin block to a single block at an extra cost of $23.5 million. Bear in mind, say, you $8 million bid that into the count almost $31 million. But 7 years had passed, so time value of money. So they granted the variation. So today, as I speak to you, we have gone for no objection from Ministry of Finance. We have procured the loan of $23.5 million. No, when him say bank need this kind of money now, muti say, young Crawford no a press conference. No, they halted the transaction. They halted it.
Oh yes,
now they've started again because now we've gone to explain to them that we have not broken the law. Everything we have done has been above board. If anybody has broken the law, it is the then management who blatantly disregarded the PPA directive to go for a restricted tendering process and went for a single source.
In November 2015.
In November 2015. In Nana, head office na same.
BOST FM 104.3. Good to meet you.